And I just have to say right off the bat, I am so exhausted by this whole Logan versus Forrester war. It feels like we have been talking about this for months, and it just keeps getting messy and messy. But today really took the cake. Because today we watched a marriage basically implode in real time, and it was honestly really hard to watch. I've been covering this show for a long time, and you guys know I usually love the drama. But this just felt heavy. It felt dark. So let's just get right into it. The episode starts with this incredibly tense, incredibly sad scene in the Forrester mansion. The living room is completely empty and quiet. Just that heavy, suffocating kind of silence that you only get after a massive fight, and Donna is there. Donna is just standing in the middle of this giant, empty room, tears absolutely streaming down her face. She looks so broken. And Eric is there too, standing across from her, looking like he is made of stone. But Donna finally speaks up. And she doesn't just apologize this time, she actually fights back. She looks Eric right in the eye and she brings up the past. She reminds him of all the times she kept his health secrets from the rest of the Forrester family. And you guys, this was such a massive point. I was literally screaming at my screen saying, "Yes, Donna, finally," because let's be real here. Eric is acting like Donna is the biggest traitor in the world for keeping Katie and Hope's secret. But he completely forgot that he literally begged Donna to keep his own secrets not that long ago. Remember when Eric was going through his severe health crisis? When he was so vulnerable and his pride was on the line? He didn't want Ridge to know. He didn't want Steffy to know. He wanted to hide it from his own family. And who protected him? Donna. Donna stood by him. She lied for him. She kept his secrets from everyone because she loved him and she wanted to protect him. And she threw that right in his face today. She argued that loyalty is not a one-way street. And she is so right. It is not a one-way street. You cannot demand absolute blind loyalty from your wife when it benefits you, and then punish her for doing the exact same thing for her own niece. She told him that protecting Hope was no different than protecting him. She was just trying to shield the people she loves from getting hurt. And honestly, it was a really powerful argument. It was probably the most sense Donna has made in weeks. She wasn't just crying and begging, she was pointing out a massive, glaring double standard in their marriage. And for a second, just for a tiny second, it actually looked like it was working. Because Eric remained silent, but you could see it in his eyes. There was this flicker of hesitation. John McCook is such a brilliant actor because he didn't even have to say a word. You could just see the wheels turning in his head. You could see the anger sort of melting away just a little bit, replaced by this realization that maybe, just maybe, he was being a massive hypocrite. He was wavering. I really truly believe that in that specific moment, Eric was about to soften. He was about to step forward and maybe take her in his arms, or at least admit that she had a point. But then, oh my God, but then, Ridge walks in. Of course it's Ridge. It is always Ridge. Ridge has this incredible superpower where he always manages to walk into a room at the exact worst possible second and completely ruin everything. And that is exactly what he did here. Ridge comes storming into the living room, completely ignoring the fact that his father and Donna are clearly in the middle of a very deep, very painful emotional moment, and he just starts ranting. Ridge starts adding fuel to the fire, complaining loudly about how Logan is destroying Forrester Creations. He's going on and on about the company and the betrayal and the PR nightmare and how Katie and Hope are ruining everything they built. And you can literally watch the hesitation vanish from Eric's eyes. It was like a switch flipped. Ridge's toxic energy just completely infected the room. Ridge reminded Eric of the business, of the betrayal, of the Forrester legacy. And suddenly, Eric wasn't a husband listening to his heartbroken wife anymore. He was the Forrester patriarch again. And Eric just turns his back. He literally turns his back on Donna again. He shuts down completely. The wall goes right back up. He leaves Donna standing there in the shadows of this massive, dark mansion. And it was just such a gut punch. You could see the exact moment Donna realized that it was over. She realized that all her past merits, all the times she protected him, all the love and the care she gave him during his darkest health days, none of it was enough. None of it was enough to erase this current betrayal in his eyes. Maybe I'm being too harsh on Eric. I mean, his company is under attack, and his granddaughter is furious, and his son is yelling in his ear. That is a lot of pressure, but still, to just turn your back on your wife when she is crying and making a valid point, it was cold. It was so cold. So Donna is left there, desperate. Just so desperate. And when people are desperate, they do crazy things, and boy, did Donna do a crazy thing. Later on, we see Eric getting ready to leave. He is grabbing his things, about to head out the door to go to the office. Probably to go plot more revenge with Ridge and Steffy. And Donna sees him leaving. She sees him walking out the door, and she knows that if he leaves right now, with this much anger between them, he might never come back. Or, at least, the marriage might be permanently broken. She is terrified of losing her husband. So what does she do? She resorts to the absolute lowest, most desperate last resort possible. She fakes a medical emergency. Yes, you guys, she faked a heart attack. A fake heart attack. I was sitting on my couch literally screaming at the TV. What were the writers thinking? Who actually believes this is going to end well? But also, it is so perfectly soapy. Donna is watching him walk away, and suddenly she just grabs her chest. She gasps, she stumbles, and she collapses right at the bottom of the grand staircase. And for a minute, it was actually really scary. Because Eric turns around and he sees his honey bear on the floor, clutching her chest, looking like she is dying. And all of that anger, all of that coldness, all of that Forrester pride just instantly evaporates. In a total panic, Eric forgets absolutely every single thing he was mad about. He drops his briefcase. He rushes over to her. He falls to his knees and he picks her up. He is holding her, yelling her name, looking completely terrified. And honestly, that moment right there proved that he still loves her. Deep down, underneath all the Ridge-induced rage and the corporate betrayal, Eric Forrester loves Donna Logan. Because when he thought he was losing her, nothing else mattered. Not the fashion show, not Hope, not Katie, just Donna. But here is the problem with faking a major medical emergency. Eventually, a doctor has to look at you. So they call the family doctor, and the doctor rushes over to the mansion to examine Donna. And Donna is probably lying there in bed, sweating, trying to figure out how to fake her way through a medical exam. And of course she can't, because she is not actually sick. The doctor examines her, checks her vitals, listens to her heart. And then the doctor turns to Eric, who is standing there looking pale and terrified, and the doctor accidentally reveals the whole truth. The doctor says, "Well, Eric, her heart is perfectly fine. There is no heart condition. She didn't have a heart attack. It is just a case of extreme exhaustion and a minor collapse due to severe stress." And you could hear a pin drop in that bedroom. The silence was deafening. You could just see the relief wash over Eric's face for about 2 seconds, and then it immediately morphed into absolute, pure disgust. The realization hit him like a freight train. She wasn't dying. She wasn't having a heart attack. She faked it. She faked a life-threatening medical emergency just to stop him from walking out the front door. And if you thought Eric was mad before, oh my God, this was a whole new level of fury. Because Eric hates being lied to, but he really, really hates being manipulated. And this was emotional manipulation at its absolute worst. Donna played on his love for her, she played on his fear of losing her, just to win an argument. Just to force him to stay in the room with her. And you know, part of me feels bad for Donna because she was just acting out of pure panic and heartbreak. She felt like she was drowning and she just grabbed onto whatever she could to survive. But faking a heart attack, that is a line you just do not cross. Especially not with an older man who has his own history of severe health trauma. It was cruel, honestly. It was a really cruel thing to do to him. And Eric felt it. He felt the cruelty of that manipulation. The truth just completely shattered whatever tiny little bridge they had left between them. This pushed their marriage into a deep, dark chasm. You could see Donna trying to explain, trying to plead with him. She was probably saying she was just so scared, she didn't know what else to do. She just wanted him to look at her and love her again. But her pleas held absolutely no weight anymore. None. Zero. Every word out of her mouth just sounded like another lie, another manipulation. Eric just looked at her with this mixture of pity and absolute determination. The fake heart attack was the final nail in the coffin. It made him feel like he didn't even know who she was anymore. The Donna he loved wouldn't play sick to trap him. And the episode basically ends with Eric looking more determined than ever to make a clean break with her. The hesitation from the living room is completely gone. The love and panic from the bottom of the stairs is gone. All that is left is this cold, hard determination to cut ties with a woman who would lie to his face and manipulate his emotions like that. I just don't see how they come back from this. I really don't. I mean, this is bold and the beautiful, so people have come back from way worse. People have literally shot each other and gotten married a year later. But this feels different. This feels like a fundamental break in trust. Eric already felt betrayed by the business stuff with Hope and Katie, but that was business. That was family politics. This fake heart attack. This was deeply personal. This was Donna weaponizing his love for her. And I think Eric is done. I really think he is going to call Carter and have divorce papers drawn up by tomorrow morning. Which is so sad because I actually liked them together. I liked the Honey Bear era. I liked that they found their way back to each other. But the writers have just completely destroyed Donna's character this week. First, they make her a weak secret keeper, and now they make her a manipulative liar who fakes heart attacks. What are they doing to the Logan women right now? It feels like they are all just losing their minds. Brooke is smashing monitors, Katie is acting like a ruthless corporate villain, Hope is lying to everyone, and now Donna is faking heart attacks. The Logan women are in absolute shambles right now. And the Forrester men are just standing around judging them, even though the Forresters have done plenty of shady stuff themselves. Okay, that sounded a bit dramatic, but you get what I mean. The hypocrisy on this show is always off the charts, but right now it is just blinding. Eric demanding loyalty while ignoring his own past demands for secrecy. Ridge yelling about Logan destroying the company when Ridge himself has bounced between companies and women a million times. It is all just so messy. But I want to know what you guys think. Because I am honestly torn. Do you feel bad for Donna? Do you think she was justified in calling out Eric's double standard in the living room? Because I think she was 100% right about the health secrets. He did ask her to lie for him, so why is he so mad that she lied for Katie? But then, does the fake heart attack completely erase her valid points? Did she go too far? Is Eric justified in wanting to cut ties with her now? I feel like the fake heart attack is going to divide the fans. Some people will say she was just desperate and fighting for her man. Other people will say she is toxic and manipulative and Eric needs to run far, far away. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know whose side you are on in this specific mess. Are you Team Eric or Team Donna? And what do you think Ridge is going to do when he finds out Donna faked a heart attack? Because you know Ridge is going to have a field day with that information. He is going to use it to push Donna out of the family forever. Alright, I am going to go take some aspirin because this episode gave me a headache. I will see you guys back here tomorrow for more updates. Hopefully nobody else fakes a major medical emergency, but with this show, you honestly never know. Stay safe out there and keep watching the drama unfold.